say that, so I'll remember that when we get close to the end of the first half. Waiting, as soon as we get our coaches' cams up, we'll kick this ball off and be ready to go. Here we go. And we're off. Deep kickoff right down the middle. Looks like it's going to go right through the uprights, and we're going to get the ball at the 25-yard line. So Texas A&M starts their first drive out here on the road. Need to get their offense going. Last game I saw them, they had a little bit of difficulty. I don't know if it was time management, if it was run the ball. I can't remember exactly, but I know they got the horses to do it. So we'll see if Grimmy has adjusted his offense for this game, and see what kind of defense Fam, if he wants to just lay back, or he's going to bring some pressure. Here you go, break the huddle. Got two receivers to the right. It's like tight end or an H-back right there to the right. Goes in motion to the left. Handoff straight up the middle. Jukes back to the outside. Over-juked a little bit. Gets caught and dragged down right around the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3 for A-Chain. And that's how A&M starts the game. I remember A-Chain last game. He was he's got all the speed in the world, but man, he is a strong runner. He breaks a lot of tackles. And see what he has today. I believe that's Haynes King still at quarterback.
How's it going, Vaughn? You guys reading me good?
Yep, we're good. I hear you, Danny.
All righty. It's a pleasure to call another one with you.
Hey, same here, man. Always enjoy it. Again, we're going motion to the other side. Here's a fake handoff, trying to get to the outside, gets a block, and gets dragged down after a gain of 4. Haynes King almost got to the edge, almost got the first down. Let's bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, that was a super impressive play there, a user play by that linebacker. You know, Fam did a good job making sure he got over and over and over each block. And right there, you see the effort by him. You know, he almost got a first down, but now we get a 3rd and short.
And you can pretty much do anything on this play. Throw it, throw short, throw deep, run the ball, QB scramble. Michigan's got a little tall order here. They got to protect against both King and A-Chain on the ground. So it's going to press the slot guy on the left. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, pushes through the center and gets 5 yards and moves the chains. Devin A-Chain gets the first down for Aggies as they close in on midfield.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of running back activity in this game. You know, Michigan, of course, with Blake Corum and A&M with A-Chain. Both of those guys are pretty much going to make this game fly by because the ground attack is what these coaches love.
All right, bring out two receivers to the right. Again, that fullback offset to the left. Play clock winding down. Looks like he tried to get him to jump. Down to 7. Here's a handoff straight up the middle. Huge hole. Tries to bust through the safety, but doesn't make it. Gets taken down right around the 46-yard line. 9-yard gain by A-Chain. Brings up a short 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, what you're going to see a lot from this A&M offensive coordinator and Coach Grimm is you're going to see a very methodical run style. North and south, they don't like to get to the boundary too much, but they want to make sure they drain the clock, they tire you out. And I don't know how much you're going to have to because Michigan's got all the energy here in the big house.
And they probably have a really deep roster as well. So both teams should have deep rosters. So fatigue shouldn't be an issue, but you keep pounding those guys up the middle, you might break one when they get that 2nd or 3rd string D tackle in there at some point. All right, 2nd down and 1. Waiting on the play call for the defense. There we go. Break the huddle. He's got 4 receivers, 2 on each side. A-Chain to the right of King. Play clock down to 7. Here's the handoff up the middle. Wiggles to the right. Gets the first down. Gets dragged down after a 3-yard gain. Continues to move the chains, as you said, methodically down the field. And Michigan just going to play, keep in front of them. Don't let them beat them deep.
Yeah, that's exactly right there, Vaughn. You know, force them to eventually have to throw the ball. You want to earn your pass rushing downs. And right now, you know, that A&M offensive line is getting an extremely big push.
Yeah, you can 9 yards on first down and have some big holes like I've already seen in this first drive. They're gonna need some safeties and linebackers to step up and hit those holes and make some tackles by themselves. Fake handoff, read option up the middle, gets a block, cuts back to the right, splits and slides down at the 25-yard line, trying to avoid getting hit and fumbling. Smart move there. Big run by King. Another first down to the 25 of Michigan.
Yeah, Vaughn, you said it earlier. That's something that is just another wrinkle to this run game, right? You have to watch for Haynes King. He's got great speed, and you can't just focus in on one player because just like we saw, he just pulled it, tucked it out, and he had plenty of blockers in front of him.
And he has just enough speed to get up the field and avoid guys. You don't want to be running read option with guys with 55 speed, but I've done it before with guys with 70 speed, just enough to avoid the tackles and hit the holes where they are. Slot guy comes back in motion into the backfield, fake handoff, straight up the middle, triple option play, and he gets dragged down, but not until he gains 8 yards on the play. Little wide receiver triple option.
Yeah, I'm going to give huge props to Fam on that play right there. Just another great user play, patient, took away the pitch man. You want the quarterback to take the punishment. You don't want him to get outside. So great play there, even though it was 8 yards, but it looked good on Fam's end.
Plus, you're making the quarterback run. So one of these times, if he runs too much with a QB, takes a hit, he may be laying on the ground and injured. So see how much they keep doing this. Another wide receiver triple option. Gets to the outside. He's got a lane. Looking for the pitch. He does. Gets to the edge and touchdown. A-Chain. Nice play. A&M. Good read. Waited to the very last minute to pitch so they couldn't catch him. And they're on the board first.
Yeah, just when I hype up the great user play, Fam did a perfect job on there. His teammates got to help him out, right? You got to expect the defense to help him out there. But just a great play.
Danny, I need you to take this for a second. I got to get some water. I'll be right back.
Roger that. Yeah, as A&M pulls up 7-0 here after a long first drive there. Michigan will be receiving this kickoff. This one's going to go deep into the end zone. Michigan is going to fair catch it. And out comes the Michigan offense led by Blake Corum, who is one of the, if not the best running back in this league. Statistically, hands down, he is going to lead a very up and down Michigan offense with, of course, a speedy quarterback there.
Lemon pepper loop.
I'm sorry, we got a little bit of feedback there. I wasn't exactly sure what that was. We'll make sure to get him out of the booth.
Yeah, we had a little producer step in here and give his 2 cents worth. Sorry, but thanks for helping me out there. I didn't fill my water glass before the match. Here's a counter to Corum, trying to get to the edge. Defensive tackles trying to bring him down. Ends out getting 11 yards and gets just enough for the first down. Man, that lineman had some speed to run him down on the sideline there.
Yeah, Blake Corum with just an incredible physical play there. Gets to the edge, jumps over the would-be tackler. Just incredible play there. Looking up at the booth, and yes, major props to, of course, Lemon Pepper Lou over there in Oregon.
All right, so Michigan's got the ball 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. Both teams seeming like they just want to run. Get tight into the right, fullback in there, I formation. Corum cuts inside his block and almost gets to the outside. Still gets 8 yards on the play before he's dragged down. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. 9.5-yard average, not surprised.
Yeah, if that fullback just takes off and doesn't look back, that's going to be a house call. That's going to seal the alleyway. The receiver did a good job there, but, you got to love this NCAA blocking logic.
Yeah, it's a mess. And probably causes more rage for most of us than anything else. Even the break tackle 900 bothers me less than the offensive line just tackling for you, like in that last game when your quarterback got sacked by your right tackle. All right, pistol formation, 2 receivers both sides. McCarthy making a little change at the line here. Fake handoff, pressure from the left, roll to his right, and gets dropped at the 38-yard line. I thought he was going to dump that ball off, but he didn't have time to throw it. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Sacked by Delier.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. On that one, I have to defend my right tackle. You want your quarterback to finish that rollout, step up, stay in the pocket. But I saw Fam, spamming that throw, but unfortunately, he just didn't get the animation.
All right, see what Michigan does here. Definite passing down 3rd and 8. Damn, I swallowed the water wrong that time. Right, 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun, McCarthy drops, throws, gets the out route to Wilson, just enough for the 1st down. Brought down around the 48 or 49, 12-yard gain, moves the chains. And nice play by Michigan when they needed one.
Yeah, Roman Wilson is the X factor in his passing game. He's a big receiver. Fam loves running, deep out routes with them, slant routes, those type of plays. You catch, you let him get in field, break off a tackle. He's the X factor to watch right here.
Damn. No, you got trips right, Johnson to the left, Corm to the right, McCarthy. Already down to 2 minutes left in this first quarter. It's been a fast one already. McCarthy drops, looks, patient, looks, throws. Got Wilson again at the 23. He makes a move, cuts inside, and he's going to go to the end zone. What a run. Nice catch and run by Roman Wilson. A couple of zigzags there at the last minute. And Michigan's extra point away from tying this game up.
Yeah, JJ dropped in the pocket, bent that throw perfectly. Just an absolute dime. And Roman Wilson did the rest. Vaughn, that's exactly why he's the player to watch this week.
That was a hell of a run after the catch. So nice catch, nice throw. And then he tight ropes the sideline, avoids 2 tackles, and gets it in the end zone. So hell of a play. Tie game. Just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And looks like it's going to be a nice night for all of us for NWO. Seeing some nice offense on both sides. Patient, good defensive coverage. And there's another blast out of the end zone. This Michigan kicker reminds me of Texas A&M's old kicker when JT ran him.
Yeah, I definitely don't miss JT's 60-yard field goal kicker out there.
No. All right, see how A&M responds here. They were very patient on that other drive. Marched down the field, got in the end zone. This, as you said before, man, they're going to chew a lot of time off the clock. We're barely going to have 3 possessions in this first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Again, the fullback offset to the left. Handoff straight up the middle. Powers through 1 guy. Picks up 4 yards. Looked like he had nothing. Still got 4. As I said earlier, A-Chain is not only fast, but he's strong. The dude breaks a lot of tackles. So get used to seeing that a lot tonight.
Yeah, already 6 carries for A-Chain. That A&M doesn't really like to throw vertically, but they do know how to move the ball on the ground. They get creative with it. Even though they're running north and south, they make sure you have to look at everything else.
And you got a gang tackle because 1 guy's just going to get run over like a cone, man. He's too good to be dragged down unless you're going outside. On those run plays up the middle, he just falls forward every time. You got to go and get him running east and west instead of north and south. I got 4 receivers, 2 on each side. A-Chain to the right. Handoff. Tries to go up the middle, and Michigan was there. Swarmed over, dropped for a -1 on the plays, bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, that's exactly the speed that Michigan brings, and they felt confident that they can match with A&M speed.
Yeah, I don't know. He looked like he had a hole there, but then 2 guys came running through it, and there's another guy on the backside, and he was not going anywhere on that play. They flashed a little hole early and took it away immediately. So 3rd down and 7. Just like last drive with Michigan, big down. They got to get this conversion, keep the drive going. King drops, looks, rolls to his right, and gets dragged down. He tried to get away from the pressure, and he ran right into it for a huge 9-yard sack. It's going to bring up 4th down and 16.
Yeah, Chris Jenkins there, the outside linebacker, he did a good job of pushing that pocket, making sure he stayed on the edge of that right tackle, and just incredible sack there.
Yeah, I thought if he spins and rolls to the other side, to the left, he had a better lane, plus he had a running back in front of him. He could have just dunked it to if he needed to. As you said, man, he pushed that tackle all the way back and removed his scramble lane. Here's Wilson at the 39, cuts to his left immediately, trying to avoid 3 tacklers, gets upfield, cuts to the left, and he's going to get dropped right around the 29-yard line. Is that the punter? Never let the punter bring you down.
I'm going to tell you right now, I know we don't let the punter bring us down, but he broke down, and he watched every single move Roman Wilson was running, and that was incredible.
It was a nice tackle. I always joke the punters aren't real players, so they're not real people.
Oh, they certainly aren't. I agree with you there, Vaughn.
Kickers aren't much better, but punters are worse because they don't even affect the very much the wins and losses. They change field positions, but they don't put points on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unless they're Johnny Hecker and you can throw touchdown passes. All right, play clock down to 6 seconds. We only have 20 seconds left in the quarter. It's up the middle, 4-yard gain for Corum. Bringing second down and 6. Man, these runs, I swear, from the broadcast view, it looks like it's a short gain of 1 or 2 yards, and it's always 4, 5, 6 yards.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I didn't know he got 4 right off that pop, but especially with these two running backs, they consistently get him getting 4 to 5.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what your defensive tackles are either. They could be 99s. They're going to push them forward and get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards. All right. That ran us through the end of the first quarter. So now we're going to start the second quarter here. Tied 7-7. Ball on the 25-yard line for Michigan. As they're trying to score back-to-back drives, take the lead here. They come out, 2 receivers each side. Corum to the right. McCarthy in a shotgun. Here's a handoff, and he gets grabbed and dropped immediately. They saw that counter play before. They weren't going to let it happen again. The linebacker came in behind the defensive end and threw him to the ground for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, right away we're seeing back-to-back kind of mirroring drives, right? Big losses on second down, setting up 3rd and longs. Is the O-line going to hold up here? But at least Michigan right now, they got to do everything in their power to stay in field goal range.
Yeah, their kicker has huge legs, so as long as they don't take a very long sack here, should be good to go. But probably the bigger worry is if he throws a pick trying to pick up this first down. Forum's average dropped down a little bit, a couple of losses. Still has a 5-yard average. 3rd down and 9. Play clock down under 10 seconds. McCarthy still making adjustments. 4, 3, drops, looks, got a man open, throws, caught by Bell inside the 20, down to the 10, cuts to the middle, and dropped around the 6-yard line. Ronnie Bell, nice catch. I saw him break open. I was just waiting for him to stop and throw the ball to him.
Yeah, an absolute great concept there on a nice little tight double set. You get lost in the sauce there, and just a great throw by Fam.
He could have run for a long way as well, but, just dump that out there and let the guy who has better carry, more strength, get that ball up the field. Nice play either way. Gives him a first down at the 6-yard line. You can do whatever you want. Short pass, inside run, outside run, read option. Where's JT? Statue of Liberty play.
Yeah, typical JT there. Quick little trick play.
There's Corum tries to go up the middle, and he's going to get stopped for no gain. Nice. He split the gap there and met him in the backfield and dragged him down immediately.
Yeah, we finally see some penetration there by A&M's defense. They're starting to bring some blitzes. We're starting to see them play a little bit more aggressive here. And this is the Blake Corum show right here inside the 10.
This is where you need to hit him with a slant right here. You got second and goal from the 7. Quick pass. Don't let the defense have time. We're waiting for both guys to make their play calls. Yeah, 2 guys in the backfield, split backfield, Edwards and Corum. Here's the handoff. He takes it up the middle. Defensive end read the quarterback, made him force the handoff, and he got met and dropped for little to no gain, maybe even a loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, that's where your technique plays in really handy there. He forced him inside to all his buddies in the maroon and white, and just an incredible push there by the D-line.
All right, 3rd and 7. It's not necessarily a pass down. Your quarterback got enough wheels. He can get out there and find a hole, get it in the end zone himself. Same setup. McCarthy drops, rolls to the left hard. Looks like he's got a lane. Can he get there? Can he get there? Oh, he's going to get dropped at the 1.5-yard line. 5-yard gain. Didn't have quite enough wheels. That defensive player closed the gap, kept him out of the end zone, bring a 4th and goal from the 2.
Yeah, Vaughn, it felt like he all of a sudden just got slower as soon as he passed the line of scrimmage. I guess he kind of, just blew out the gas tank a little bit too much on that rollout. And, it's interesting to see what we're going to get here.
Yeah, he was running about the 10-yard line, and he was having that angle towards the corner, and that defensive player came from the middle of the field like he was shot out of a cannon, and was strong enough to keep him out of the end zone by himself. This one-man tackle forced him out of bounds. If they go for it, they're going to kick the field goal. They're going to go for it. They got a big formation here. 3 tight ends and a fullback in the field. Handoff, Schoonmaker up the middle, touchdown. 2-yard run by the fullback / tight end / H-back, whatever he is. That's going to give Michigan the lead, extra point away from a 7-point game.
Yeah, one thing you normally don't see by these two golden-hearted coaches is going for it on fourth down there, but 2 yards away, I'm going to 100% agree with Fam going for it there.
Yeah, you got to go for it down here, especially at home. On the road, that's a different story. I might just take the points on the road. All right, 4.5 minutes roughly left in the first half. A lot of runs, some good passes when they've had to throw the ball, but it's been a lot of back and forth on the ground. Reminds me of Chuck Knox and the ground Chuck offense with the Rams and the Bills back in the 80s. You guys are too young for that.
Unfortunately, yes, I am, Vaughn. 90s baby over here.
Yeah, it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, man. That's all it was. It was just 3 yards, and then 4th and 1 and punt.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly why I love seeing both these coaches play, man. They love the run game and they stick to it.
Yeah, is that Lou on the NWO? He says he's not too young to know who that is. So, all right, handoff straight up the middle. A-Chain breaks a tackle, gets hammered in the back, still gains 4 yards on the play, and brings second down and 6.
Yeah, it's almost guaranteed 4 or 5 yards. When these running backs touch the ball, it's definitely proven dividends.
Plus, they have very good vision. Both coaches can see those holes and get to them right away, not hesitate, and that even helps because they're going to start hitting linebackers and DBs, and when they start running up against DBs, they're just going to run them over like speed bumps. So, again, 4 wide receivers, quick drop, pressure up the middle, throws, got the guy on the out route at the 40, spins off a tackle, falls forward, gains 15 yards. You'll Keith Brown all the way out to the 45-yard line. Big first down by the Aggies.
Yeah, man blitz there. They brought the house. They almost got home there, but a good job by Haynes King, and that's something you see from Coach Grimm a lot. 1 to 2 quick throws right there.
That was a nice quick throw. Broke the tackle. If he could have stayed on his feet and not spun around, he might have gone down the sideline for another 20, 30 yards. And we got 2 receivers to the right. Got tight end on the left. A-Chain up the middle and popped by the defensive tackle. Only gained 2 on that play. Looked like the DN or linebacker, whoever that was chased and was going to catch him from behind. But the big guy in the middle just said, nope, you're done.
Yeah, we're starting to see Michigan, bring people into the box. We're starting to see them play a little bit more, aggressive when it comes to the run here. So, that's one big thing that we've seen A&M struggle with is when someone forces them to throw, how does it come out?
Again, same formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, tight end left. King drops, quick throw, got the man again on the sideline, and dropped right around the 40, 41-yard line. This time it's Chase Lane. That's short little stop route, out route, whatever he's running out there. Michigan's got to come up with something because they're just going to pick that apart all day long until he makes them stop.
Yeah, those quick throws, man. You want to make sure your quarterback knows where he's going with the ball. He doesn't have to think. You don't want him to go into his second to his third read. So good job by Coach Grimm calling these plays.
Especially since he's only like a yard and a half from the line of scrimmage. He's not taking a deep drop at all, so he's got to get rid of that quick. Yeah, first down. He's only 2 complete passes and both for first downs. Haven't had to take shots down the field, just enough to get the chains moved. That's all they need to do. Here's the fake handoff. Runs to the outside, has a lead blocker, but the corner broke off and holds King to a 3-yard gain.
That was extremely close to popping off in a really good run, but just a great play by these DBs. So far, Michigan's defensive backs have been doing a good job of getting blockers out of their way and corralling to the ball.
That's going to bring up second down and 7 from the 38-yard line. Clock is winding down. We're already under 2.5 minutes left in the first half. This has been a really quick half, as you said it would be with all the running game. See what A&M does here. Keep pounding this ball. They are down a touchdown. Michigan does get the ball to start the second half, as I remind myself. Straight up the middle, huge hole. A-Chain into the secondary. Picks up, 12 yards. I wasn't sure. I was going to say 15. And that's a first down. Temporarily stops the clock down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, the linebackers vacated the box there, and A&M saw it. They checked off into it. King did a good job of just handing it off and letting A-Chain do the rest.
And again, he's going up against DBs once he gets past the linebacker level, and he's just going to blow those guys up. So, first down from the 27, 2:08. Clock rolling. Left in the first half. Two receivers each side. A-Chain to the right. There's another handoff straight up the middle. Another big hole. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get inside the 20, down around the 16-yard line. A-Chain's got 69 yards already. Nice.
Yeah, he is just pretty much carrying the load here for this A&M team. And we're seeing why A&M Michigan have themselves every once in a while some low-scoring games, but it's because they can run the ball so effectively.
Yeah, it's hard when you just keep getting those 5, 6, 7 yards every time. You just methodically marching down the field, and you kind of feel helpless because you're trying to stop them and they're just blowing through you. It feels sometimes worse than guys taking shots over your head. Same formation, two receivers each side. Michigan's playing a little closer to the line of scrimmage with it being this close to the end zone. Fake handoff, option gets to the outside and spins around. One guy gets tripped and dropped right around the 15. Could have had more than that.
Oh, Lord.
King keeps that to the inside instead of going outside. He would have had a lot more on that play.
Yeah, that was about to be a great highlight clip there. But, it's quarterbacks. They're not very known for those nimble feet. So, unfortunately, he goes down only gain of 1.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to move and the game gave him a hard cut instead of a soft little subtle cut and threw his balance off. So we're down to 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the half. Second down and 9 from the 13. A&M letting the clock run. They switch up the play. Looks like they flipped the play. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Snap it. King. Wheel pass over here to A-Chain. Tries to get through one guy and gets it stopped at the 10-yard line. Picks up 4, but it's going to make it third down and 5 as we count down to 40 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, lots of adjustments there, different reads, different checkoffs there. You want to make sure that you go into this half with points. You got 3 timeouts. There's no reason to can't take them with you in the halftime. So, take your time, find the best play, make sure you get yourself some points.
And they didn't call a timeout on that, so we got 25 seconds left here in the half. Clock rolling. Third down and 5 from the 10. Receiver goes in motion. Fake handoff. Rolls, looking, throws. Hits the receiver out in the flat. Tries to break a tackle, but he's dropped at the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down and 4. And A&M does call their first timeout of the half with 9 seconds left as they try to kick this field goal and get this down to a 4-point game.
Yeah, impressive defense there by Michigan. They made sure everything was covered there. King tried to get outside of the pocket and, try to make something happen, but just an incredible defensive play.
And the receiver, he ran all the way around and then just stood out there. He didn't go upfield, so he could throw it to him, with momentum going up the field. So then he caught it flat-footed and really had nowhere to go. Oh, they're going to go for it. They're not going to take the field goal. Here comes pressure in his face. King throws, caught, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Oh.
What a catch and throw. Anais Smith looked like a back shoulder throw. DB missed it, and it's going to be a tie game after this extra point.
Vaughn, what a turn of events there. We're kind of condemning the passing game, and all of a sudden, Kane's King drops back, knows where he's going. What a play.
What a gutsy throw, because if he doesn't throw that on the right side, if he throws it outside instead of inside back shoulder, that's a pick six the other way. But chewed 4 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. Tie game. They're going to kick the ball to Michigan with 5 seconds left. And again, Michigan does get the ball to start the second half. So, they can take a knee on this kickoff and have one Hail Mary throw and see if they can get some luck. Because they know they're going to get the ball right back. Or is he just going to, he's going to fair catch. I was going to say, or he can just run the kickoff back and see if he can take it to the house. Sometimes that's better than deep throw. All right, 5 seconds left. For some reason, they do get a quick pass. They can call a timeout. All 3 timeouts left. Not that it really makes a difference, but see what Michigan wants to do. If they want to take a shot, are they just going to run the ball in the half? If you're A&M, you got to keep everything in front of you. You can't let these guys get deep on you.
Yeah, trust me. I know all about that.
Can't let those streaks beat you. McCarthy swinging around the corner, gets to the outside, cuts to the middle, and he gets dropped. And they didn't get the timeout. Didn't get the timeout, and that's going to end the half. So we're 14-14 through one half. Very Very much a ground game. Very entertaining for it being just straight ground game. You've seen these two running backs do some damage, especially A-Chain up the middle.
Yeah, that's exactly what these coaches love to do. They love to run the ball. They really love to stick to their guns. Unfortunately for both these teams, they do have multiple losses, but in a lot of their losses, they've only lost by less than a possession, and that's a really big credit to one, their run game, but two, the passing game that they start to develop. But little by little here, we're seeing it, come to fruition.
So it'll be interesting to see which one of these guys decides to throw it a little bit more in the second half and try and get some big plays, quick scores. Are they just going to stay patient, grind this thing out, and see who can possess the ball last?
Yeah, and Coach Grimm last week, that's what he spoke about. He spoke about having to fix the passing game, and he's already got a passing touchdown with his quarterback. We're going to see what Michigan's going to do here to try to pull away.
Yeah, it's not like both teams don't have receivers that can do some damage in the secondary. They just got to trust their quarterback and get them the ball. All right, starting at their 25, Michigan start the second half. A&M scored first. Michigan responded with 2 straight touchdowns. A&M closed out the half to tie the game. See what kind of second half we have here. I might want to get Quorum more involved in the pass game. Some wheel routes, some Texas routes. Get him one-on-one with some DBs.
Yeah, we saw him on that swing pass right before the half.
Get him up the field, especially if he gets one-on-one with a linebacker. Holy cow. Big formation here. Quorum cuts back to the inside, tries to avoid the safety, does get past him. He gets tackled from behind by 3 different guys, but not until he gets a big first down run there, man. He was one step away from going to the house.
Yeah, Michigan's answer to us telling them to open up their playbook is they come out in a huge goal line personnel, and I love it. It's a big chunk play.
Well, I'm one of those guys that loves to sling the ball all over. I do love running the ball. I usually try to get it, 50-50 play, run pass, but I love those deep shots. So I'll be begging both these guys to take some shots as the game goes along. But they're holding their own, man. They're just pounding the ball, making the other team make some tackles. All right, shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side. A&M pinch in the middle, looking for a run up the middle. Play clock down to 8. Fake handoff to Quorum. McCarthy drops. Pressure from his right. Throws and misses Henning, who was open. Pressure made that throw go where he didn't want it to go.
Yeah, you'd like to see Henning just hurry his route up a little bit. He's got to understand that his quarterback is faking an entire run play, which means the D-line's going to bear down on him. And unfortunately, just couldn't cross the field there.
Yeah, he had him open, but that pressure on the right made him throw it too early, and his accuracy was not there. That would easily been a first down if he can catch that because he was running away from his coverage. All right, again, 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Quorum to the right of McCarthy. 2nd and 10. This time he hands off straight up the middle, zigzags around the center, gets it up to around 47-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 and make this a much easier conversion.
Yeah, and a credit to these coaches, right? I get that, we want to see an air raid show. We want to see billions of points on the scoreboard. But when you got studs like Blake Corum, I completely understand running the ball 20 to 25 times a game, especially that man is a specimen. So props to Coach Pham for sticking to his strategy.
And both teams have really good offensive line, so it's not like this guy's running, away from defenders. He can just run through defenders because the line's going to do some damage as well. Here's McCarthy. Throws, caught by Bell on the outside. Tries to juke around one guy. He gets dropped right around the 39-yard line. Another first down conversion as they move the chains again.
Yeah, that's what you want there. And we're seeing kind of a mirror image with both these teams. But that's what you want with your young quarterback. Catch the ball. He knows he's got off protection or off coverage over there. Sling it and let your boys do the rest.
All right, down to the 38-yard line. Marching down the field. First drive of the second half. Waiting for the play call on both sides. Yeah, 2 receivers, split backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 running backs back in the backfield is what I meant to say. McCarthy making adjustments. Looked like they faked a blitz up the middle. McCarthy rolls hard to the right, looking for a man open, sees nobody, jukes around one guy, and falls forward, and, he's going to be short. I thought he rolled over the guy and got the first down, but it's going to be second down in inches.
Vaughn, the legs of McCarthy. What a juke. I am super surprised they didn't give him that first down. I agree with you. I thought he rolled over.
Yeah, I didn't think he hit the ground and then rolled. I thought he landed on him, so that was a bad spot. Those damn refs, you can't count them for anything. Still second in inches, clock continuing to roll, comes back out with this. It's not a big formation. He's got two receivers tight on both sides. A&M stacks the middle, steps out of it. McCarthy rolls, plenty of room on the side. He's going to get the first down. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, he didn't go down. He stays in bounds, comes back inside, and gets the first down. I thought he was going to cut it up earlier and just take whatever he could get and get the first down, but he fought for the extra yards.
Yeah, the absolute face of worry there on Coach Pham as he juked back in. You didn't want to see your quarterback do that, but great job by him holding onto that ball.
Yeah, I'm reading Chad. He said he couldn't slide. It wouldn't let him slide. So for whatever reason, the square button wasn't working for him. Pham, if you're holding R2, that square won't work. You got to let go of the right trigger. There you go. All right, I formation. Corum straight up the middle. Huge hole. Gets off to the right. Almost broke the tackle. Inside the 20, down to the 17. It's going to be second down and 3. Best player on Michigan's offense continues to do work.
Yeah, my defensive coordinator over here he's coming after me, so I'm a little quiet real quick.
No problem. Atlas says, we got to work on this. Can't be giving up deep shots like that. All right, two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end to the left. Pistol formation, McCarthy making adjustments, drops, pressure right in his face, throws over the middle. Corum catches it, and he tries to run over to the DB, but he doesn't do it. He stopped at the 2-yard line, but it's going to be a first and goal for Michigan.
Yeah, when your quarterback's, huffing and puffing, he can't get his oxygen. Who do you hand it off to is your star, studded running back there. And right now he's carrying it, and they're in the 2-yard line, so what do we expect here?
Oh, you just got to give it to Corum and power it in. If you're going to run all the way down the field like this, you just got to pound it at this point. A&M's got five D linemen and linebackers trying to fill gaps here. Going to hand off to Schoonmaker again, and he's in for the end touchdown for the tight end run for the second time today. Gives Michigan a lead again, and an extra point away from being 21-14.
Yeah, if I'm Blake Corum there, I'm a little frustrated with my coach, doing all the dirty work, and you see your tight end get the touchdown. We're going to have some words on the sideline, coach.
And all those fantasy players, they hate when their running backs get vultured for a touchdown from somebody else. All right, so we've burned off 3 minutes and 10 seconds, roughly 11 seconds. First drive of the half, eating a lot of clock, right?
Yeah, that's what the run game does for you right there.
See how A&M responds. We may only have one drive each for this quarter. They got to be patient. They've been running the ball really well tonight, so they can't start slinging it. Just use the pass when they need to as a change of pace to move the chains and make Michigan tackle A-chain because they haven't been able to do it all night.
Yeah, and the good thing is, like you said, Vaughn, when you need it, we've been seeing them actually be successful with it.
And he's going to get dropped. 1 yard gain. Michigan's like, yeah, we know this play. We're not going to let him just run through the middle anymore. So we'll see if they make any adjustments and try to get him outside or play action.
Yeah, that was a great one-on-one play there by Collison, pushing back that guard, seeing exactly where he was going, tackle for, should have been a tackle for loss, but, we are in the NWO, so I don't know what these refs are spotting.
It caught me. They snapped the ball while I was typing the chat message, so I didn't see the beginning of the play. Sorry, guys. All right, two receivers each side again. A-chain to the right. Michigan adjusts their defensive line. Quick drop, rolling hard to his right, looking, plenty of time, no rush, heads up field, tries to split through two defenders, but slides instead. It's going to pick up 6 yards. It's going to be third down and 3. Very manageable third down.
Yeah, great play by both those coaches. Grimm didn't force that ball. I know what he wanted, but Pham, he took away 3 routes with one player. Incredible play there.
Yeah, and when he rolled out and stopped, I'm looking up the field. I'm like, who's open, who's open, who's open, and there was nothing. And even the short one, the defender was in front of him. So huge third down here. Michigan trying to get the ball back and build on this lead. A-Chain says, screw this, I'm running up the field. Oh, and he had a lane to the end zone, and he got his legs wiped out. Still gets the first down, but that was a hell of a tackle by Michigan.
Man, that looked like old school Willis McGahee tackle when he was with Miami, and it just looked really bad. I'm glad to see him get up and walk it off.
I could see that lane open up, and he had nobody down that whole sideline, and that tackle was a touchdown saver and almost a knee destroyer. That was a hell of a tackle.
Yeah, we're glad he's up. I don't know if Michigan's fans are, but we are up here in the booth.
All right, first down on the 44-yard line. 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Bringing the fullback back in the game. 2 receivers to the right. Hand off to A-Chain straight up. He runs into his guard, falls forward, picks up 3 yards on the play. Should have been nothing. And bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I love that small wrinkle there. He had a backside bubble, showing that it was going to be an RPO look, and it keeps that outside linebacker, home. Just a good job there by a little wrinkle there by Coach Grimm. I like it.
All right, this has become the A-Chain and Corum one-on-one head-to-head matchup. See which one of these running backs breaks a long one, because either one. They both have come close to breaking them. Only had some great defensive plays to stop those long runs. So I'm expecting one of these to go to the house. Tight end to the right this time. Slot receiver goes in motion back to the backfield. Fake handoff. He's got a block, cuts it up the middle, takes the block. Big first down run by King. Nice read option. Picks up the first down. Where's he at? 38-yard line. Big gain. And A&M, that's like the 3rd different triple option play they've run in this game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. They've shown that they like it. They've shown that they go back to it. And it's a really smooth job by King, making so far he's been making the correct reads. Hopefully I didn't jinx him.
Yeah, if you can get that outside guy, the defensive end, to hit that running back hard, it opens up a huge hole on the inside for the quarterback to run through. Here's a handoff. Counterplay cuts it straight up the middle. Didn't like that. He was going to run into his own tackle if he stayed outside. Picks up 5 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Nice vision.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just so smooth in between the tackles. He's always done a good job of cutting up and, in and out and just not taking the huge hit, besides the one we just saw a little while ago. But, he's done a good job of making sure he goes down when he needs to, holding on to that ball.
All right, we're down minute 19 and counting left in the third quarter. 2nd and 5. 3 receiver set, tight end to the right. A-Chain straight up the middle, runs into the tackle, and he's get dropped. He still picks up 4 yards on the play, but a big tackle at linebacker took him straight to the ground and saved a first down.
Yeah, that was an impressive one-on-one tackle in the gap, and he literally knocked him on his back. That was an incredible play here. This kind of feels like one of those big third downs, but so short in the game, we might see a 4th down. We might see pretty much a 4th down situation.
Depends on the offensive line. If they can get a push here, give A-Chain a lane to run this ball, and they give it to the fullback instead. He's just going to plow right through. Huge gain on 3rd down. Had to have picked up 6 or 7 yards on that one, if not more. Gets him down to the 21-yard line. Moves the chains again for the Aggies as we are under a minute left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, offensive line exactly right there, Vaughn. Just an incredible job. Great push. He got 4 or 5 yards before he even got touched.
All right, 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end right. King looks, pressure in his face, rolls to his right. He's got a lane, runs up, and slides down right around the 11-yard line. He's going to pick up 9 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 1. Smart play to go down because he was going to get popped.
Yeah, and I think your prediction is going to be correct here. I mean, we're about to finish this third quarter with 2 drives. One for Michigan, one for A&M. Crazy to see that.
This could be one of those try. I mean, has A&M thrown the ball more than 3 times? I think they only have 3 attempted passes all game. So, and
yeah,
they've all been for first downs. Here's the handoff. A-Chain going to get the first down. Swarmed over. Still got enough. Clock temporarily stops, but they're not going to have time to get this play off. So we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Michigan's up 21-14. A&M driving inside the 10-yard line, or right at the 10-yard line. Get those fours up in chat, guys. Completely different game than the first one, but just as entertaining, especially if you like offensive line play and running backs who can pound the ball up the middle.
Hell yes.
Not going to have too many turnovers if they don't strip the ball because we're not throwing the ball enough. So it's just going to be attrition. Who can hold up in this fourth quarter? We're going to get a stop on fourth down, force somebody to kick a field goal when they don't want to. I mean, it's little bitty things like that can turn the tide in this. See how much time they can chew off the clock from the 10-yard line. King drops, throws, and it's picked off by, he dropped it. He had the pick six at the 5. Wow. I called a pick before he even caught the ball. I saw him cut that route, and that was going to the house.
And I was just checking their turnover differential over here. Wow, Vaughn. And you called it. I mean, when they don't throw the ball so much, but just right there. Now we understand, why coaches don't like throwing the ball so much down here.
And I just said they probably won't throw the ball. They throw a pick six because they're running the ball so well, and then we almost had it. Wow, that was very fortunate for the Aggies. And now A-Team's just going to pound it up the middle and bring up a 3rd down and 7. Thing is, they really can't kick a field goal here because Michigan can eat a lot of time off the clock and go down the field and make it very difficult for them to come back. So they're going to have to go 4 downs here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to allude to. It feels like it's going to definitely be a 4th down situation if they get into that situation.
Yeah, you guys need to make a GIF out of Pham pounding his playbook there. That was pretty funny. All right. 2 receivers left and right. A-Chain straight up the middle, and he's going to go into the end zone. The Red Sea parted, and he just walked in, and we're an extra point away from a tie game 30 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great play call. Super tough on that safety. He had to choose 2 gaps right there. He did a good job, but just an even better play call there.
All right. Now we have to wait and see how much time Michigan takes off the clock and if they can get a touchdown as opposed to a field goal. Because if they don't get 7, A&M can just pretty much eat the rest of the clock and march it down, either tie it or take the lead. So, again, we may have one of those 2-possession quarters.
Yeah, I was about to say we could possibly see a couple more scores here, but I mean, the way these running backs are running, it's going to be really tough. You're going to have to try to strip it, do something.
I'm rooting for an overtime game. Wilson gets to the outside, avoids one guy, going to get a block in the back. No, and he breaks a tackle. He's got one guy to beat, and he gets tripped up at the 50. Wow. The man will not go down.
Yeah, I know how much Pham loves Roman Wilson. That's one of his best athletes, best coached guys out there, and he's showing time and time again why he deserves a star under his name.
It's just like that touchdown pass he had earlier when he caught the ball and made moves and stayed in bounds and broke a tackle at the 7 or 8 yard line and got into the end zone. He does not go down. I don't know what they're feeding these guys. This isn't Iowa. These aren't corn-fed guys, but I might need to get that piss cup up in chat. I formation. Handoff. Corum straight up. Pushes forward. Picks up 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Well, one thing, to allude to that last one, I know Coach Pham is a creature of habit. Works out every single day, making sure he gets it. So I know he's making sure his guys are constantly in the gym.
All right, already out to the 46-yard line. This could be a quick drive if they can keep pounding the ball like this. So it may end up he may want to score fast instead of take time off, wait for A&M to respond, and then he might get the ball last and see what happens. All right, got I formation tied into the right. Fake handoff. Drifting, looking, nobody's open. McCarthy by the sideline stops, throws back across the middle. Owl's got it at the 17-yard line. He's going to get dropped at the 15. It's that wide receiver bounce off the sideline.
Those double XL gloves just snatching that ball out of the air right there. Had to make it look pretty. He had to make sure the fans are going crazy in the stands right there. What a play.
And McCarthy ran out of room, and he just had to stop and wait for somebody to make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. All right, again, I formation. Handoff. Corum trying to get the outside. Gets a block. He's got a lane. Can he get to the edge? He breaks one tackle and pushed out at the 2-yard line. Well, Aggies had a better angle on him. They weren't going to let him in there, but still gives them a 1st and goal at the 2.
Vaughn, that receiver block was super, super impressive there. It looked really smooth, great animation there. And of course, here we come in the 2 yard line. Who's going to get this one? Schoonmaker? Corum? We'll see.
Greenmaker would be his 3rd of the day. If I was Corum, I would go kick my coach in the nuts if he hands it off to the fullback. Yeah, I love wide receivers that can block. There are so many times where I have big runs that are set up and they don't happen. Touchdown right there. Off tackle run.
It doesn't go to Corum. It goes to Edwards. Oh, no. We might have some controversy in Ann Arbor.
Corum a senior? Is he a junior? He might go early if he's a junior. He might say, fuck you guy, I'm just going to go pro then. At least they'll give me the ball there.
He might jump into the transfer portal from what I hear these kids are doing.
Yeah. Just send him down to Oklahoma State, right?
I was about to say, I'll tell you where he'll always get touchdowns. But we don't have much to offer, guys. We barely even have a Whataburger.
All right, extra point by Moody's going to make it a 28-21 game. 5:09 left. So can Grimm burn 5 minutes off the clock here and tie this game and not let Michigan have the ball back? That's the big question. They're going to score quick. They haven't thrown the ball but 3 times all game, 4 times all game. So he's going to eat the clock. If he's going to eat the clock, he better eat all of it.
Yeah, and we've seen that both these coaches are able to score on every single possession. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take, or in this last drive, how quick did Fam score?
Yeah, the way this game in particular is going with the limited amount of possessions, you really need to score fast to make sure if A&M does score, it just ties the game, or they're going to give you time to come back and then throw the ball because Michigan has thrown the ball a little bit more, so their quarterback's a little more warmed up, I would say. A-chain fake handoff, rolling hard. King, it's got a lane up the sidelines to the 30, to the 35, out of bounds at the 37, and a 1st down run.
Yeah, great fake there. The entire D-line converged there on A-chain, and just a good job by King saying, hey, I got all this space. I'm going to take off and go.
He definitely has more speed than McCarthy. We saw McCarthy run out to the outside there, and he got thrown out of bounds at the 2. He just didn't have the finishing gas there where King does. He hit the edge, and he was gone. All right. 1st down at the 37-yard line. 5 minutes exactly left in this game. Fullback in the backfield offset to the left. Moves to the right. Fake handoff, read option. Oh, spins inside and avoids the tackle and gets taken down just shy of the 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down in inches. What the hell was that by King?
A&M always has the numbers on those blocking plays right there, on those split read options, but somehow Michigan gets off those blocks just in time to avoid a huge play there.
That was a hell of a spin. He spun inside the guard, too, so great play. A-chain up the middle. It's going to get just enough. Well, not just enough. And he keeps pushing the pile. He's not going to go down. 2nd and inches becomes a 1st down. It's got to probably be 7, 8, 9 yards based on the way NCAA rolls.
Yeah, this is what Coach Grimm, I absolutely love about Coach Grimm. He's not worried about, hey, we have to do this, we have to score fast. He's going to stick to his guns, and his run game is lethal.
And he's mixing it up with the read options so that they can't just key on A-chain because King's a hell of a runner himself. So nice play calling on this drive to keep Michigan off balance just a little bit. King drops, looks, throws. Oh, and he missed his guy on the out route. Looks like the fullback or tight end, whoever that was, had a step, and he missed him by about 2 or 3 yards to the outside.
Yeah, that's a staple in the A&M passing offense for Coach Grimm, that tight end corner route. And he caught Michigan the perfect defense that he wanted, a man blitz. He just let it rip a little bit too much.
And sometimes you're worried if you throw that bullet pass, those underneath guys will jump up. We have some of these Superman linebackers in this game, and so you got to kind of float it a little bit, but he wasn't even close. All right, A-chain strip, the middle, he gets hit, still gains 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 as we hit the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, a big 3rd down at that. It's a little bit, it's extremely long for the run game, but I mean, we have seen 6, 8 yards a pop. But this one also feels like we're going to get another 4th down, go-to-go type situation.
So the question is, does Grimm go back to the read option, triple option here? because it's worked really well on this drive, or is he going to just pound A-Chain straight up the middle? Because he's only thrown the ball 3 or 4 times the whole game, so you got to figure he's going to run the ball here and hope for a good blocking and pick his hole. Play clock down to 10. Game clock to 3.5 minutes. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fake handoff, rolls out, cuts up the middle. Is going to get the first down, and he fumbles. Michigan's got the ball at the 32-yard line. He got hit from behind and dropped the ball. Huge turnover on the play.
Vaughn, you called it. The first turnover is going to be the biggest one of the day. And right there, he just let it go. He got hit from behind, and the ball just popped out.
Yeah, he was fighting forward, trying to get as many yards as he could instead of sliding, because he's been sliding the whole game. And that was just a great defensive play by Michigan and knocked the ball out. So now A&M's got to get a quick stop here. 3.5 minutes left in this game, and Quorum is warmed up, and he's probably pissed that he hasn't had a touchdown yet. So here's the pitch. Gets to the outside. It's got blocking. Good block there. And stays in bounds. Gets taken down right around midfield. More than enough for a first down. We hit the 3:22 mark. Man,
I don't know who made that tackle. Vaughn. He was massive, and he was fast. That bowling ball was hauling ass.
I was impressed by that pulling guard that knocked the other dude out and gave him, 5 or 10 more yards on that run. But yeah, that was a massive dude that made that tackle. All right. I formation tied into the right. Closing in on 3 minutes left in this game. Handoff, Corum's hitting the backfield and dropped, and it's going to be a loss. It's going to be second down and 11.
Yeah, this is what A&M needs, right? You need to stop them. Don't let them get any type of yardage. Limit to 2 or 3. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to force them into a passing situation.
That was huge penetration right up the middle. 2 guys hit that hole, and Corum had nowhere to go. So, again, second down 11 from the 49. 2:44 left in the game. Both teams with 3 timeouts. The question is, if A&M gets a stop here, whether it's a punt or an interception, they're going to have to throw the ball at some point, and they've only thrown the ball 3 or 4 times. Corum gets to the outside. He's got a lane. This might go to the house if he can beat this safety to the edge, and he does. 10-5 touchdown. That's the run I've been looking for the entire game from one of these 2 running backs.
Yeah, just an incredible call there. Perfect blocking. Great job by Corum using the speed at the end there. And, winning cures everything here. All smiles from Blake Corum.
Yeah, I'll take care of the transfer right there. He was happy. That was a big run and a touchdown. So I've been looking for that from either running back, because both these guys can break tackles and just get in the open field. A-Chain almost had one earlier in the game. So now Michigan's up 14 points with 2:26 left in the game. A&M's got to throw the ball. They need 2 scores. They got to score relatively quick. They can't eat 2 minutes off the clock and try and get the onside kick. So Michigan's defense, they're going to be ball hawking back there in the secondary.
Yeah, A&M's catching themselves in a similar situation they were last week. They didn't really throw the ball a lot throughout the entire game. They found themselves down versus Florida State, and they kind of were forced to start throwing. That's the situation you never really want to be in. So we're going to see how Michigan plays this. They're going to stay aggressive. They're going to get into zone. And how well can A&M throw the ball?
Yeah, because if they pressure, he can get outside and run and scramble and get enough to get a first down, stop the clock, get out of bounds. So they just need to keep them in front of them. They're up 2 scores. They need to not let them score quick. Keep them in bounds and don't let anything over the top. King drops, looking, throws over the middle, and this was picked by Barrett, and he's going to get all the way down to the 25 before one of the offensive linemen throws him to the ground. And that's what I was saying. Michigan's secondary is going to be looking to ball hawk the ball, man. They're going to be looking for a pick, and that's what they got.
Yeah, just an incredible play there. That is a great job by that safety, not letting anything get behind him. And as soon as he sees his read into his zone, he made a play on it, pick, and Michigan looks to run out this clock.
Yeah, 2:19 left. A&M has all their timeouts. All Michigan needs to do is just eat clock. They don't even need a field goal at this point, although a field goal makes it a three-score game. They just want to get rid of the clock. But they're going to have to get at least 1 first down to do that if A&M starts calling timeouts after every play here. Handoff. Corum gets to the edge, and he gets tripped right at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a 1-yard gain. Going to bring up second down and 9 as the clock ticks down close to 2 minutes. A&M not calling timeout.
Yeah, right now Michigan's gonna, pander to their recruits that are coming out of this game. This is a big game here. You got to make sure you get those recruits nice and happy. So, we might see some more points on this field.
It just depends on who they have in and what they need bonus wise. I get two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end left. Corm in the backfield deep. A&M stack in the middle. Play clock down to 7 seconds. 1:40 on the clock, game clock. Here's the handoff. Tries to get to the edge. Gets swallowed up and dropped for a loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 11, but that's irrelevant. They just want to eat as much time off this clock right now, and they'll be happy to just kick a field goal and go back on defense.
Yeah, that was a good job there. Holding onto the ball is crucial. He got plenty of white and maroon around him, held onto the ball, avoided casualty.
And Grimmy's not calling timeouts, so he's probably just going to eat this clock all the way down. He can go ahead and probably go for it on 4th down because he still needs 2 scores. Try and take as much time off the clock as possible. 1 minute mark. Play clock down to 4, 3, 2. Handoff. Edwards gets to the outside. Can he get around this guy? Oh, and he gets tripped and dropped at the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8. See if they kick the field goal or just run the ball. There's 42 seconds left, 29 on the play clock, so there's about a 13-second difference. So you can just run the ball. Nope, he's going to go ahead and kick the field goal. He might have a kicker visiting, guys. From the right hash, that's hard for a right-handed kicker, right-footed kicker.
Yeah, take advantage. I mean, obviously the time's going to drain down. You can't just kneel it because of the time difference. Enjoy the extra points.
I think it's going to be about a 41-yard field goal attempt here. Oh, and he missed. And Moody
shanked. Is this going to be returned? Oh, my Lord.
Here it comes. Up the right side. He's got to beat Edwards to the edge. Can he get there? He's going to cut back, spin back. He gets another. Oh, he gets taken down right around the 45-yard line. Sausages Danny was having flashbacks to a game against.
Trust me. Trust me. I was about to punch this screen.
Oh, the funniest part of that whole thing was when you were getting ready to kick that, I said, he better not leave this short.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me, I know. I dropped into your chat right after that, and boy, was I pissed.
Oh, all right. Well, that was interesting. So we have the ball right around the 44-yard line. 5 seconds left. See if they can pad their stats with their wide receiver. Throws it down the middle. It's going to be picked again, and that's going to be ball game. Very tough, hard-fought game, back and forth. Had a couple of turnovers late, but this game was a one-score game up until that great pick, and then the last two are kind of irrelevant. They were forced to throw. So let's get our winning coach in here. We can get some stats up on the screen here. Wow, there was less than 200 total passing yards in that game, which, not surprised based on how well the teams were running the ball. So. Fam, welcome in.
Yeah,
congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you both for calling tonight's game.
Yeah, we were talking about the transfer until you broke off that long run. So you were giving all those vulture touchdowns to your fullback or tight end, H-back, whoever that was. But let me talk about you had to be patient because both teams were just eating so much time off the clock, and I was begging for you to throw the ball coming out of halftime, and then you come out with that goal line set. I guess you're trolling me there. That was pretty funny. But tell me about your defense, because they were getting pushed around on the offensive line in the middle, but they weren't. Well, obviously he wasn't throwing the ball much. He only threw the ball 9 times, but
yeah,
they did enough that he had to take a lot of time off the clock to do every drive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we try to add some more guys in the box after that first drive. I think we were kind of trying to match the personnel, but we were kind of getting thrashed up front. So had to go heavy. Even when they went like 4 receivers, we just went straight 3-4 and just stuck to the A chain and just try to contain him at all costs.
Yeah, and you really didn't have to throw the ball too much. But then when you did, you were finding Wilson wide open. He was making stupid, crazy moves up the sideline and such. So, it was more of a let's see which running back is going to hit the home run ball, and Quorum happened to be the guy.
Yeah, he definitely deserved that one. He busted his ass the whole game. Got two touchdowns, actually 3 touchdowns, 2 taken away from that fullback and 1 to Edwards. So yeah, definitely deserved that last touchdown because there were rumors kind of going around distracting the team about him, maybe entering the transfer portal after today's game.
And especially when my partner in the booth here was like, I'll take him. I'll take him.
Yeah.
Danny, you have the mic now, man. Go ahead.
Coach, honestly, just a great overall win. Please avoid the background noise by my defensive coordinator.
Yeah, all good.
But lastly, what did you see different from the first half to the second half? Because you guys just exploded offensively, defensively. What was the difference?
Yeah, difference. Our offense, we're able to establish the run game and maintain the run game. I think in the past few games where we were just streaking on losses, that we kind of got away from our identity, and rightfully so, because the other coaches would take away the runs. So I felt like we were able to kind of get some successful runs and pass when we needed to, and just keying off A-Chain. Dude's an absolute stud, so we just tried our best to keep our guys up front and not get beat over the top and try to close up the openings, because there were some gaps that we got lucky with tackling A-Chain for a huge gain.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what it looked like. And forcing 3 turnovers, it's going to explode your turnover differential. So how proud of you of your defense?
Yeah, super proud of the defense. Just kind of still upset about that missed pick at the end of the first half where we could have at least forced only 3 instead of tie it up. But they did redeem themselves. We try to hold back in the snuck chain because we've been losing. So that it may make an appearance next week or next game. But yeah, definitely great recovery by the defense in the second half to force those 3 turnovers.
Yeah, thanks, fam. I appreciate a great game there, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys for calling in. Good game, Grim.
All right, let's bring Grimmy in here.
Hey, GG's, fam. Great game, brother.
What's up, Grim? Hey, so I mean, your game plan is to run A-Chain, and tonight King, was your change of pace guy. He had some really good runs, and he had some really good runs off the triple option. So you trying to throw some other looks out there so they weren't all over A-Chain quite so much, because the guy is a beast. So you got to make them respect somebody else. So was that you had like 2 or 3 triple options, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's essentially the idea. Just I mean, he can't do everything for us. You know what I mean? As much as we put on the shoulders already this season, we just definitely got to try to alleviate that a little bit. Try to get someone else to kind of get that offense going for us.
And he had that one fumble. I don't know if you were trying to get down and it wasn't working, because Fam said it earlier. He was trying to slide and it wouldn't slide. And I was like, you can't hold R2 and hit square. It won't work that way.
Yeah.
And so, because you've been sliding the entire game. So I wasn't sure if that was the case. Or you're
just late on it. Tried to get it. It was too late on it. They already got the animation going. Got the strip. Good fumble.
Yeah, because he had plenty of yards. He had a great run, and then got hit from behind and lost the ball.
Make sure you pick up the first and everything. I could have got down way earlier if I wanted to. But yeah, it is what it is. We try to go for a little extra yards and kind of bit us.
Yeah, well, you're telling me nothing new, because I hate sliding. So I've had injured quarterbacks and fumbles galore because I won't slide. I hate hitting that slide button. So
right.
Danny, you got a question for Fam or for Grim?
Grim, your defense was playing pretty much lights out there in the first half. 2 long drives, right, and both from both sides. You ended up tying it up there. What different things would you like to add just to kind of change up the outcome? What things, hindsight, obviously, it's just the very ending of the game, so it's kind of like fresh in your memory. But what would you like to change from this game?
From this game in general, the
pretty much the second half.
The second half essentially just I feel like we stuck to our game for the most part, offensively anyways, until the fumble that kind of hurt us, and we just obviously were forced to pass it, and just our passing's been terrible all season. Defensively, we played great in the first half. I thought for the most part kept it a close game, 14-14 going into halftime, and then shout out to Fam. He just found some things that work. Got some crazy passes to some guys kind of just running up the sideline for a good amount of yards. And just defensively, that's always been our thing. Just kind of shut down those big plays. And unfortunately, Fam had good about 3 to 5 really big plays on us today that, that's the kind of stuff we don't want to give up.
Yeah, I totally understand there. Graham, it was a great game by both of you guys. It was a hard-fought game. Of course, the pulling away towards the end there. But I was super, super honored to call your game, man.
All right, thanks for the
Congratulations,
call,
Woodrow.
boys. I appreciate it as always. You guys are always great. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's our second game of the doubleheader. We do have another game. What, tomorrow night? Let me double check the schedule. Yeah, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Miami against Oregon State. So that's what, revamp against JT. Is that right? So that'll be another huge game tomorrow night. So make sure you come back and watch that one. Appreciate everybody who stuck around and watched both games tonight. Danny, thank you again for working with me. I always enjoy you, and Eagles in the first game as well.
Yes, sir.
So if you guys have a rate in mind, if you do, go ahead and cue that up. And, you know, you never know what you're going to see in the NWO, man. So always tune in. We'll have another barn burner tomorrow night, I'm sure, between those two guys. So make sure you come back and watch. And if I don't call that game, you guys have a good Christmas too. And we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everyone.